Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Sunday, the 20th of July, 2025. My first day back after my day off on Saturday. Today on the Level 1 podcast, I recapped a little bit about what that was about and what I did. But then there was one major focus of the show. I actually wanted to talk about the fighting game community. And a lot of times when I talk about FGC stuff, people are like, but you're not part of the fighting game community. Your opinion is moot and no one cares. And I just say, kiss my ass, because I have been part of the fighting game community for a very long time. I actively chose to step out of it during the last decade when I really felt that they kind of strayed away from the things that I stood for or the games that I cared for, and instead kind of went more mainstream. The topic that I talked about was the fact that this year, Evo US, which is really Evo Vegas or Evo World as they used to call it, has had a sharp decline in attendees. First time ever. Every year previous, it's been like exponentially growing. And all of a sudden this year, the attendance is way down. And the entire FGC is scrambling, trying to justify it and talk about it. And I gave my take. And I feel like someone who was around back in the day during the grassroots times, knowing the history of the FGC and where it came from, comparing the old days to now the days when it's all about money and profits for Sony, I had a lot to say. It was a good half an hour plus segment on the podcast. I feel like if you're interested in this topic and you watch it, you'll probably enjoy it and learn something. All right. If you don't care, I don't blame you for skipping it. And I understand that a lot of people who watch my stuff aren't really FGC people, so I get it. But I have the right to bring up topics. People complaining, why is he bringing this up? He's not part of the modern FGC, so he has no opinions that make any sense. Actually, it's the opposite. It's just that people don't want to pretend or don't want to believe that anything that I say has any validity or weight or any kind of intelligence. They just want to believe that Darkseid Phil, the meme, is that I'm some bumbling idiot who doesn't know anything because they're fucking morons, okay? They just want to live in their own fantasy fucking world and live their memes all day, and it's not reality. So I hope you like the show. If you don't like the podcast because you're not into FGC stuff, I don't blame you, but I thought it was a good one, all right? Then we started with Death Stranding 2. I would say today was a pretty good Death Stranding 2 stream. There was a good combination of story development as well as some progress when it came to unlocking new locations on the map, some new unlocks in regards to actual attachments to the vehicles now. So now the vehicles can auto pick up items as you drive by them. It can also shoot enemies with this auto turret, which is really cool. I unlocked some new weapons and the like. And so overall, today was a good combo of everything. There was stealth. There was alt-right combat and sniping. There was running and just grabbing items and kind of running away because I kind of bumbled it. There was a lot of traversal and driving, but there was great story development. A new character was introduced. Overall, good stuff. And today, on that on that first stream, I should say, we had a decent amount of support before the actual game started. And then when the game started, we got more support and we hit a goal. And I was like, wow, if we hit one more goal, we're actually going to do DSP Tries It today. And all of a sudden we hit it. And I was like, holy crap. So we turboed past. We were at 68 goals. We got right to 70 goals. After the Death Stranding 2 stream ended, I did DSP Tries It, the Burger King Barbecue Brisket Burger. But in addition to that, they had some other items, including this cotton candy cloud freeze drink and a few different wraps that they've added to their menu recently. They call them the Royal Crispy Wraps. There's 3 different variations of like chicken wraps. So I tried all of that. All right. One of the most disappointing, annoying DSP Tries It's ever, because I was hungry and I'm trying to eat this food and the food is awful and the drink is atrocious. And I'm like, oh man, it's kind of the opposite of what we just did when we did the How to Train Your Dragon meal. That wasn't bad at all. The burger was decent. The actual mozzarella fries were spicy and tasty. This was the opposite. It just sucked. Okay. So pretty disappointing DSP Tries It. And I outright made it known I'm not going to be doing this mainstream franchise fast food stuff for a bit. I'm going to give it a break. I'm going to start looking for more interesting local stuff to do, whether that means returning to a place we really liked, like Katsu Burger from back in November, or maybe me trying new ones. And I've already got a lineup of 3 different new places that are local places that look interesting that I've never eaten at before. I want to try them. Okay. So I think tomorrow on the podcast, we will talk about seriously, what should the next DSP Tries It be? Because I'm tired of doing this franchise stuff that sucks ass. Let's actually do some more interesting stuff. I think that'll be a good one. So we'll figure that out tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Tonight, as you can see, was American Truck Simulator on PC. And it was a great time. What we decided to do, it was actually Jade's birthday. And Jade said, "Hey, I would like to go to Texas." So I said, "All right, how about this? Let's do a tour of Texas today. Let's go like to Eastern Texas where we can fast travel and see if we can drive all the way across the state to the left of Texas and see what it's like." And admittedly, tonight was much better than the last time we were in Texas. I picked longer jobs, and these jobs had us going more straight shots on the highway or on the freeway rather than last time where we were a lot of town driving, which was annoying with the stop and go of the stoplights. There was still some hilarity to be had. I was still hitting cars and having disaster and having to pay tons of fees. But overall, it was a great chill vibe, tons of interaction with the audience. Everyone seemed to have a great chill time. And ladies and gentlemen, yes, there was one person who was very supportive, don't get me wrong. But guess what? We hit not one, not two, three goals tonight. So in one day, I hit 5 support goals. We ended tonight at 73 goals hit. Wow, what a start to the week. That means we're almost, well, we are around a third towards the next DSP tries it, which is really like why we need to determine tomorrow morning what that DSP tries it will be. We need to figure this out, okay? So, wow, what a positive, supportive day. Everyone had fun, support up, down, left, and right. Everyone just having a great time. It was a great return. It really was. It was a superb return. Thank you to everyone who did show up and support. I had an absolute great time all day today, and I hope that you guys did too. All right. So now, tomorrow, Monday, the 21st, here's what you can expect. First off, there will be a level 1 podcast in the morning. That podcast will be me trying to figure out what the next DSP tries it is, and also to solidify the schedule. And the reason I say that is we have 2 streams coming this week, both Wednesday and Thursday nights, that are kind of open, and I have a few options. I could do a bonus stream of Capcom versus SNK2, where I continue to try to level up and get better at the game. The streams recently have been superb. I could do a bonus stream of American Truck Sim, which you guys have really been enjoying. Or we could do what we had talked about. And as long as the week continues to go well, which it seems like it's going to, we could maybe do a stream of Clair Obscur. That's right, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, the game that I finished about a month ago. And I never did any of the content from Act 3. I just went right to the end of the story and finished the game because people had already complained that this playthrough was too long. So maybe we could actually do a night stream where we do like 2.5 hours going and exploring and doing some of these optional super dungeons and the content there. I would not mind that. I probably would really enjoy it. I told you guys I would like to do it. And this very well, with the start that the week had, this could be a week to do it. So what I want is your feedback. I need to know what you would like to do. Either leave a comment on this video or come to the podcast tomorrow where we're going to talk about this openly and see what it is that people would like. Already some people had opinions tonight. Some people really want an extra CVS2 stream because they really enjoy the CVS2 gameplay I've been doing recently. Others are of the impression that an extra truck sim stream would be great. So let's see. Let's talk about this come tomorrow and we'll figure it out. All right? So tomorrow will be a great day. This podcast where we talk about both DSP Tries It and these late streams, but then it's time for more Donkey Kong Bonanza. Yes, Donkey Kong Bonanza will finally continue tomorrow. And I'm hoping to make great progress with this 3-hour stream. Hopefully we'll get into multiple new worlds. Hopefully we'll see new gameplay mechanics unlock. And hopefully the game won't be boring. Because that's really what happened on Thursday is we all got bored of it by the end. And I was like, I don't want to do it on Friday then if that's the case. So let's see what happens. And hopefully things go well. And we have a great stream and maybe the game gets better. Okay? Tomorrow night on the late stream, it will be Minecraft, my weekly Minecraft chill stream. Last week, we finished the double treehouse. This week, maybe we'll go back into the mines. Or the caves, I should say. Because the cave, we were actually finding tons of great resources, like diamond and things. Maybe we'll go back in there, and we'll try to survive, and we'll fight more enemies and go from there and do that. That could be fun. All right? All right, so guys, thank you so much. Please have a good night. See you tomorrow for an awesome full day of content. And thank you so much for the amazing, positive, and fun start to the week and all of the support today. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.